Sentimental FX update for the QuasiDB service for the 19th of Jan. Euro pound, the reason why we started today on this is because I'm actively selling it. I think we're going to have like a dovish Lagarde at the ECB, and she'll talk down the euro. And I think the pound should be stronger than the euro because of the Brexit. So there's the fundamental reasons for a stronger pound. And the coronavirus cases were falling in the UK, so there's another fundamental reason for it. If I was to buy pound USD or euro USD, I'd probably tend to favour sterling, just because we got the ECB this week, and the euro bubbles moved all over the shop this week, so we have to be very careful. Just check your moving average trend. If you can get the indicator from the starter pack and just download this indicator, it's really good. And obviously, if you were going to sell this, you'd make sure they were all red. Wait for the minute one to go red. Surely you've got patience for that. And then wait until that goes red, then you enter with a fairly decent tight stop, and you let it run. So just a quick one on that. That's why I'm selling it. There's fundamental reasons for it. US 500. Remember, we've got a very strong ascending MA, which I probably wouldn't recommend fighting. It's not even looking like it's going to even go sideways. It is in ascendance. And R1 is 3790. So assuming we hold above, we can target that MR2. And likewise, below that, we'll target monthly pivot. But every time we fell below the MA, it got aggressively bought. Here, see. Gold, we'll go back this way. Gold, so we are a sell at the high level. They're selling it over time, so we should come up. Remember that wick, it's a very strong wick of monthly support 1810, and we've taken the stop loss cluster out. So when you get your indicators using the FX SSI code, the QuasiDB code, you'll see the SLCs, and if that gets smaller, then we'll know that the stops got raided, and then we can see some reversal. If the stops got larger, we'll see a continuation. We'll start from AJ, and we'll go this way. 80.43, 79.42. Remember, the sentiment has been very, very choppy this week, so just be very, very careful. This should be coming up because the S&P is going up, but there are lots of naughty behaviour this week, so just take care. AU 77.30, 76.50, we were buy at the high level, pretty sideways. EA, we're taking that stop loss cluster out, 15765. If you did want the stop loss cluster to refresh, you just simply change your time frame, and then it appears above. It's a little bit slow to populate, this one today. Yeah, so we're still at the high level, and they're selling it, which should bring price up. So we're seeing a mismatch of the dynamic and static with this one. Remember, you want the two things to agree. EU, so we were a buy at the high level, and then they sold it. So that would agree with this, and then that's why we came up. SLC is on monthly pivot, which is quite interesting, 12150. That's going to be interesting. And SLC below is 12049. So it's 100 pips between the stop loss clusters, which is another crazy thing. Signal is to buy. Just check your top right corner. That's like the summary of everything you see here. GU, likewise. And we're taking the stop loss cluster out. It was 136.37, and one below is 135.97. We are a buy. SM selling it, so we come up. So that agrees with this. Okay, and there's that break, which is quite cool. It did that. It's quite nice actually. It's quite a nice technical play there. Not exact, but it's quite close. And yeah, so this is the reason why I'm selling the euro pound, because this should perform better fundamentally. NU 71.40 and 70.89. Check your monthly pivot there. The same guy's going long, but it's a buy, so that's a mismatch. That doesn't agree with that. So this would say to sell because they're going long. which is what they did here. Yeah, no, this is a very crazy V shape. We need to come up a little bit more, but that's quite an aggressive behavior. This is the stimulus bill in the United States. That's what that caused that. And then there were some Yellen comments that caused some risk on flows. We were a buy, and it's them selling it. Actually, no, I tell a lie. It was actually a sell, and then they sold it, and it crossed the 50% line, making it a buy over time. We moved so much in 24 hours, we shifted it towards a buy. So it's really tricky. So we probably want to focus more on the dynamic. I think that's more of a clue to some very aggressive sentiment shifts. So we actually were a sell, which is that move, and then we became a buy, which is that move. So keep an eye on your 50% line, get the current ratio indicator, and have a look. It's definitely quite tricky. There's your monthly pivot there, 125.90. So that's the technical line in the sand. So keep an eye on that. Pound yen. This was the largest shift across all the pairs that we do on the dashboard. SOC 141.77, 141.23. On above for UJ 104.20, 103.58. You can always pause the videos anyway, and then you can check things. The signal saying to wait, for example. Dollar CAD 128.03, 127.02. Some guys going along, so you come down. And last but not least, dollar Swiss. This recorded a strong sell. If you were to go on the dashboard and have a look at your FXCM clients, scroll down, you'll notice that this became a sell signal and the FTSE 100 became a sell signal because of the fact it was already a sell, but they're adding to that bias over the last week as well. So this should be falling, and the signal is saying to wait. Moving average is very, very choppy. So yeah, funny old week, and yeah, it's kind of hard to explain what's going on. It's difficult because we had our signals coming out on Monday, and the US had a holiday, and they announced the stimulus bill. And of course, when the guys came back to their desks, their trading desks on Tuesday, then they saw the retail had shown their hand, and so they acted accordingly. And so it was quite cruel for Monday, and then it was quite cruel again. And we're just about to break even on today, but I think we might be negative on the week unless we do have some big risk on flow, and then we'll break even and get into a nice profit for the week. So for us, we need the S&P, we need it to continue, which looks likely anyway. So we don't really want to fight that trend. Yeah, so just keep an eye on your risk, and hopefully you know what risk on and risk off means. If not, let me know. And it's important that you do understand it for our signals. So I hope you have a good day, evening, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.